Hello, everybody. It is I. Of course, being Thursday, your DM. How are you? See, the whole party is here.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Now, who wants to inform us what happened? What agreement? There's two rather important ones that happened.
I consider three things that happened were important, but that's me.
Well, I meant agreements, particularly. For... Go ahead. Tell us what happened.
Well, after retreating from the Hell Knight, who, disappointed by the weaklings that his vampire masters had him fighting, turned and decided to attack them instead. He emerged from the collapsing rubble of the casino and basically challenged Kriv, like, hey, get stronger, and then we'll fight. And Kriv gave his word that he would do so. And then he laughed, said most excellent, and then left on his nightmare that he had summoned. Because
Because the Death Knight is straight up just the cover of a metal album.
We then started heading a little more west, excuse me, my directions are topsy-turvy. And during the night, a meteor shower was witnessed, with one of the stars falling from the sky, landing quite close to us. The party decided, you know what, we're going to investigate this because it might have clues as to the stars that have been appearing in the sky that we have on our to-do list to investigate. And so that's what we're doing, is just checking out some good old-fashioned starfall. On the way there, we encountered we've encountered a djinn in a bottle. He was a wind djinn, I think.
He was a genie.
Yeah, genie.
Is the chaotic good version in the family of Jinn. Yes, they are
And then,
oriented.
Yep. So he asked for his lamp because he had been trapped in there. And we're like, sure, okay, here you go. There was an agreement made, but my brain was a little fuzzy at that point. I think it was because Kriv wanted to know, like, if he could tell us with his mastery of wind if their loved ones on Alcor were safe, and he's like, I don't know that, but might be able to help you get up there, I think was the agreement.
Help break the chains that bind O'Hagan to Zelodio.
Ah, yes. Because, as everyone knows, when going to fight the big bad, you need to get allies. So that's where we're at.
And Rivet once again flashbanged herself with magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rivet
Just
tends to
finished
do
reading her
that.
book.
Illuminate. Hello. Okay. So, that, I believe you made camp sheltered by the valley that you find yourself in. Among the things you found on the... Oh, you haven't listened in yet, Luminaire? Wow, I thought you... Wait, what stream were you here for then? I remember you being...
Cyberpunk.
Right, yeah. And uh, yes, among the other like mundane things you found, this caravan seemed as properly prepared for the environment and had, like 3 foot and like spikes in the ground. Well, they didn't. Well, in the ground, they were among the camping supplies off the caravan. The mundane. The tents themselves are blocked. The metal might need a bit of scrubbing, or might break soon enough, given their level of rust, but help you for as long as one piece. Yeah. Okay. Allowing you to more easily.
So, these spikes, think they'll help us set up the tents?
I would assume so.
They have the same sort of curved hook on the end that your other peg has. Yeah. Very long. They're a whole rivet.
Jesus, 3 foot long titans.
These too big for your magic to fix up, Rivet?
Do I think I'd be able to give them a good fixing up, get them into more long-term operating order?
What is the thing I'm mending?
1 foot cube.
As long as the breaker tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage.
Okay, it's not a break or cross. Hmm. I mean, you could just try like standing away at it, but I'm not sure how much light could be left. So,
Unlikely.
Well,
We could attempt to use them anyway. It's likely that they will at least work for a little while, but we may want to find a more permanent solution.
alright. At least they'll work for the night. And
So true, Miles. Me too.
Alright, yep. So you bed down. Anything in particular anyone wants to be doing during this long rest?
Nope, nothing for Crib.
Okay, wait, I thought the adventure. Hold on. Is it?
I mean, the adventure's beginning, all right.
The adventures resume. Rivet will go back to work on the wings of flying.
Sure.
But other than that, not much.
Perfect. Desert excursion fighter.
yes.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Dobrik might spend the night in a tent rather than. Well, that might not help keep the sand out of his shell.
Depends on if the or the tent has a floor or not, I guess.
Very true. If he does, then he would spend the night in the tent. Because I imagine the first night they spent in the desert, he got quite a bit of sand in his shell.
That
I'd
does
say
make sense.
Rivet's tent probably does have a floor.
Yeah, I would think all
And
of them
even
would
if it
because
doesn't,
what nice tent.
Mhm.
Probably did.
even if it doesn't, she has rolls of fabric she can use and just kind of like lay out a mat for you.
Yeah, considering like, grasslands, woodlands, that would be mud. I think they would typically have floors.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I remember correctly, that whole finding the genie thing was part of the what happens in the night roll. So,
Yes, it was.
yeah, you get your long rest. The winds, while they still do cut up this valley, you feel like most of them, at least the worst of, seem to be broken up by the cliff faces. As some of you are outside, of course, like on your watches, you do see like sand like rushing across over the shorter gap at the very tops of this valley. It is remarkably cold at the desert at night, though. It is, for all of you, very strange considering how hot it is in the day.
I do
I
not
think,
feel cold.
I think such a place that as roasting hot as this gets so cold is new to you.
Rip is enjoying this cold. Just, yes, the ideal temperature.
The second the sun rises,
Puts on fire on keg armor. This is fine.
This is also fun.
This too shall be fine.
Yeah. Since Dobrik would have had, I guess, first watch, he would have
What's
built
the matter?
up
What's the matter,
the
buddy?
fire from the remains of the caravan carriages to help ward off the chill. Okay, let's go.
And rise it does. What the weather's like.
Oof.
Who wants to roll the D100?
I think I rolled it last time.
I rolled it, then you rolled it, so now it's Rivet or Sierra's turn.
I rolled it as well.
My turn.
Rivet!
Guess
5.
you rolled it 5?
Come on, Rivet, this isn't divine intervention.
God damn it.
Well, it's raining.
In the desert. Oof.
Consider it.
It's somehow raining in the desert. Yep.
Doesn't happen often, but I guess that's what a 5 gets you.
The gods are having mercy upon this land.
It was raining yesterday as well, which made traveling difficult.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just still raining.
You know, I seem to remember that when Rivet first picked up the Dragon's Touch Hammer, what? No, it's where the hell? The Hand of Vitae? There was a loud thunder in the distance. Who knows? Maybe the Storm Queen is coming to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hopefully we'll reach solid ground this day.
I wouldn't count on it.
Given the conditions of the rain, I would need a survival check from whoever's saving.
I
I see.
will give guidance to whoever's attempting it.
And I will give
Cup
advantage.
is coming in clutch.
And as I am proficient in survival, I will give advantage. So, usually it was Sierra that was driving.
Alright, yeah. Just attacking.
Because every time Kriv drives, we get lost. And so that only listens to Kriv or Sierra.
Maxine is back. Just muted.
That's true. Maxine? Hello?
This might be part of the PC issues.
Yeah, maybe.
What-oh.
There we go. How's everyone's week?
Yeah, it's been good.
Pretty okay.
I plan to get
It's ups
new
and downs.
car tires tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week. Just all the car things happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so...
I
Oh,
saw the
Yeah.
pictures.
I
Like,
don't know how I got that lucky. Getting something secondhand, and it was a fucking ruiner. Like, no, I don't. Didn't want to roll Sierra. Couldn't pick whether I wanted to say I didn't want to roll Max or I didn't want to roll Sierra. Like, I muddled all the two together, and then but Yeah.
Oh,
What am I rolling?
Oh, you're there. Okay. Then please roll survival with advantage.
Oh, am I driving?
Yes.
Are you shoehorned into
Yes.
this? Okay.
Because we did establish that.
Am I? Did we?
Yeah, I
Well, I
can
think
see
we
that you or
did.
Priv.
we established that you usually do it, and you didn't
Because
say
Crave
no.
sucks.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Ever since the
If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But
this incident. Oop, I did not mean to
That's
roll one. Blah. That's a total of 12.
Plus the
yeah.
guidance.
Oh, plus the guidance, yeah. It's, 14. Yeah.
The ring.
Flash of Genius because I'm excited about it being a +6 now, so that's 20.
Okay, never mind. Like I was literally like in the middle of moving your token the wrong way, and then had to be like.
No. Nice try.
Suddenly Zero just whips the fucking reins to the right, just the whole car goes sideways, just deja vu. It's such a drastic. It was like a 90-degree turn I had to make on the map.
Yeah.
Rivet's like, Sarah, I think we're going the wrong way.
Deja vu.
The crash site is that way. Oh.
And yes, after like halfway through your day of travel, you end up coming up out of the desert onto what appears to be rather, well, not barren, not very green, rocky, you would say. And even from here, you can see the ambient light coming from southwest. Distinctively bluish hue, but it very much verges on white.
A meteorite that glows. Lovely.
Shapes and colors.
Rivet is gonna have a ball with what we find.
God.
Oh, by the way, I'm marking off a day of potion stuff because I was dealing with a freaking computer crash.
Oh, right, yeah. Hope your computer's.
Yeah.
And oh god, you marked off a day of the wings of flying. Do you remember how you have it logged? How many more days is that? Seems like book.
Hold on. It's a lot. That's all I know off the top of my head. 132. Yeah.
Campaign to be done by then.
Uh-huh. She's still working on it. Assuming we don't stop at any point, because if we stop at any point, her speed the speed at which she works rapidly increases. But,
All right, so having solid ground, it's definitely more suitable for your tending gear. Big cliffs all around you. The rain's still coming down, but it's definitely more rocky than soil, so it doesn't get very muddy. Like at most in places, there's just centimeter of like dust and not gravel, but more silty mud than like earthy. Might get a bit dodgy, but nothing that.
All right. Well, that's
Winds blow across these rocky quite voraciously. It is what you'll find yourself seems to be at the top level of this gathering of smaller valleys and canyons. Certainly not as wild as the desert winds. And it's not as bad as being on top of a mountain, but you're still very aware you're on a hilltop. Which particular tools are you using for your tent?
let's see. I don't have a whole lot in the way of tools.
Well, I meant the normal pegs or the pegs.
Yeah. Well, it's not sandy, it's rocky, so I feel the normal pegs should work.
Yeah. And before Gilbert goes to bed tonight, if he can, with his smith tools, reinforce the pegs, the 3-foot pegs, try and make them last longer, he would.
Okay, make a... like the long ones. Oh,
Yes.
Can Rivet help him? She's proficient with Smith's tools as well.
You're proficient with all tools, Reddit.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, advantage on my smithing tool.
right. This will take a very particular tools to do. Is anyone in the party proficient? Rivet always. Yes.
I'm proficient in smith's tools.
Roll that tool check.
All right. $16.
On a 16, you realize that the crust is pretty thorough. Things have had so long that after the first minute or so of rubbing, this might be better if we just left it. In that case, you basically take a little bit of the metal from, heat it up, and basically like hammer out to be as thin as possible and kind of like replate it, which isn't going to be a solid fix, but it have a bit more to like put its strain on.
Okay.
Like you basically make a almost like wrapping duct tape around it, but you heat metal and hammer it out to wind around it.
a brace.
Yeah.
Righty.
So at the same time, you're pretty confident with just a good quality bit of metal. You should be able to just make these pretty easily. They are just a long metal spike with a hook on the end.
Would need the proper facilities, but yeah.
Yeah.
Me, like, I wonder where they got that extra metal from to plate it. Hey, has anyone seen my old shield?
And I get a D100 check for somebody for this night.
Back to me.
Somebody else.
Oh,
Oh my god! Can't make this shit up, folks.
I love it because you know what? Deadleaf, my cleric, will never roll this low on his divine intervention. This is it, baby.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I want to know what a natural one gets us. We're getting close. We went from a 5 to a 3. Next one, if we go by that ruling of -2, we're going to get a 1 next.
yeah. Oh, how is that? Okay. That it's just another caravan. Well,
Ginny 2, Electric Boogaloo.
we're all settling down for having dinner. Not quite at the point where you bed down. This thudding, heavy, rocky steps. Wait, is it cutting out me making stomping noises? What the fuck?
Yes.
Why? Wow, that's weird. Why is it? It's like it's like the fucking stream's not. It's just fucking Discord. But you know, crunchy
It's been
thump.
on
Crunchy
some
thump,
shit, I swear to
crunchy
God.
thump. Yeah. Turn off.
More audible.
I heard it.
Well, whatever. You hear this noise.
And Purple's gonna look around and see what's making the noise. Dirty 20.
We're looking at if called by for rise, focus. And walking along this is 4 stone golems just walking along the edge. Lit perfectly by the moonlight. Stop. Turn around, pick up this huge boulder and just basically throw it at one of the others. To break upon their body. It's almost like they're playing. Hacking into each other for a bit before just go back to their wandering. Sounds of this are obvious to everyone. Crashings of boulder, thunderous rumbles of stone clashing with stone. Are you feel even the slightest tremor? Yet they seem no danger to you. Eventually just
I'm in the game.
no way. I get your watches now.
Alright. Dobrik's up first. Second perception, let's go!
Yeah.
Nat 20.
At 20, you actually see where they're going, and you're pretty confident that if you wanted to, you could probably try to pop to run into them, find out where they came from. Other than that, not seeing any threat here. That light across the way, you kind of see lightly cresting the cliff edge that you. In the distance, you hear the faintest hint of talking.
Something's talking.
Sounds very distant, and in the same direction as the flow.
It's aliens, Scooby-Doo!
Going Zoid Scoob! It's extraterrestrials!
And
Alright.
that comes to the end of your watch. Booby dooby neck. And back below adds a nice extra hue to the night sky. The lady of the night and all those stars. None of them go running today. Still, it's a lovely sight. And rather peaceful out. And though the wind does ruffle your clothes, it doesn't bring any sand upon it. Anything. Under.
Alright.
Nick.
That's me. Boop. That's an 11.
You also admire the beauty of the night sky until the first light of dawn appears.
And with the dawn, prayer begins.
Morning break. Wakes up whenever they.
Up and at 'em, put the cart back on Soldana, and off we go.
Ooh. The rock from the sky.
To the rock from the sky.
Don't know what we're walking into, but during my watch I heard some voices coming from the glow. Too faint to make out words, but was talking.
Most pull up with, say, like 2 hours left or a day before you would get to rest. Pull up on the edge of this massive crater. And right away you can see this bright silvery blue glow, this mat. And at the far end of the valley you see camp that is set up. I need a perception check.
Tour guide me. Nope.
Nope.
Used it all on the rock golems. That's fine.
Oof.
Still better than us.
Also, peek the fucking size of this crater. That's almost a day's travel across it. That's 3
Jeez.
hexes.
Dang.
Well, nothing will have survived that blast.
Thing we want to be messing with at least.
Can I get a perception, please?
You good, Maxine?
Hmm?
Perception.
Oh,
Yeah. So, it's likely Riven and Circe. No, don't bring it.
Hmm. I'll find the right music.
It's all good.
Ambiance builds.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Ah! Okay. By the way, um, if it you think in the shape of the building that look and here you could be dwarven made camp. Still in the raid. On the other side.
Fight for the right to use the star metal.
Huh. Um. Hmm.
This is doing the glow within the crater, the scattered pieces of illumination. You see all these small fragments lining a lot of this crater, like getting bigger towards the middle of it. It would pretty much take you the rest of the day before you would usually rest to make your way down to the middle.
Risk of stating the obvious. Looks like somebody beat us here.
Probably the voices I heard last night.
Likely. There are a day's travel ahead of us, so do we want to attempt to get closer, or shall we make camp here for the night?
Given the massive spires that have erupted from the ground upon impact, seemingly glassing mere seconds after the actual impact itself, making these very tall outward spikes pretty much. You may have to proceed down on foot. There's no getting the wagon down into the crater.
Solda, once more, I must ask you, please watch the wagon.
The very ledge you stand on. Quite a sudden steep incline before it then dips down into the crater itself. Earth and impact. Making a crust. But you see it. All of you see it. In the middle of this crater. This blindingly bright, huge central piece with it glowing so brightly. Can't even really tell what it is apart from what you saw. Right? And that thing is a fallen star. Scattered around the fragments. They add a slight strange chiming to the usual ambience.
I'm just thinking of Deckard Cain from Diablo 3. Fallen Star.
Actually, is that kind of... No, actually, no, it's definitely a much brighter white side than that blue.
Well, no time like the present. Do we want to keep moving?
To the camp or to the star?
Well, my vote is for the start, but I think I'm biased.
It is almost like an entire day's travel to get all the way across, like straight line, across that camp on the other side.
The fact that I heard it from so far away. Wow.
You quit.
We could always head to the start now, then to the other later. Yeah?
Yep. I'll hit the star first. On the way there anyway.
Alright, so you hop off the wagon, you start making your way down.
I just imagine Thorburn Koopa shelling down.
Just Solda unhooked from the wagon, but he's still staying there so he can make sure our stuff is not taken. And I'm just like, Sage.
I mean, we have 2 bags of holding.
But can you put a
Put
cart?
the horse in there.
The horse doesn't. Can you put a cart in a bag of holding?
Put the horse in there.
Yeah, the limit's like what, 8 cubic feet?
I mean,
Or something.
Yeah, I think it's...
It's got to fit into the thing.
Alright, so
Yeah.
now, Rivet, new project. Make
Truck
a
of holding.
collapsible wagon. That also somehow
64 cubic
collapses
feet.
all of the things stored on it as well.
Hmm.
Bag of cart holding.
Exactly.
A garage, if you would.
not
It's
a
a parking
portable
space, and you press a button, and it just folds up into itself.
Jeez,
Not a
bags of
portable
holding.
hole.
There's a
Bags of holding
foldable boat that
weigh
does that
15
thing.
Pounds. Weigh 15 pounds. That's heavy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
it negates the
incomparable.
rest of the weight. So
That's true.
From portable hole to portable garage.
there's literally an item called a foldable boat. Just get the cart version.
You have to like freaking... You're trying to like put it in the back of holding, you know, just Kirbying the car.
Alright.
Alright, so you push on. Get later into... And this ambience kind of actually fitting. As you proceed down, you start hearing this like ringing, this melody. Mm. Rivet,
Uh-oh.
you suddenly get a headache.
Okay. Rivet pauses and clutches her head. But tries her best to shake it off and continue onward.
Dun, 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 dun. Rivet suddenly stands still for a moment. The eyes roll into the back of the head and tosses out.
Rivet.
This isn't good. The last time this happened, it was not good.
Shit.
Oh, wait. Ah, oop.
Should we move her away from the star?
I don't know.
Saphir keeps nudging Rivet with concern.
Lix, do you have any insight on this?
Blix is at Rivet's side as well and prop her up. And I not.
Star has any connection to the Tangle. Governor might be unwise. Ugh. Is there anything Thobert can do to figure out if moving her away, Rivet away from the star, would be a bad thing or a good thing?
Like, we're not feeling any adverse effects, right?
Thorbreck's smart enough not to just move her away. Not consider consequences. Fuck. I'm ready to just do a friggin' medicine check on Rivet. Be like, is she okay?
Suddenly, Rivet snaps awake.
Oh.
Rivet?
Okay.
As
What do I do with this information? I don't. We need to help her.
Help.
That.
Ooh.
Pointing at the star. I don't. It.
Help? How? I don't question that we need to do this, but how?
I'm not 100% sure. She's breaking. I don't know. We need to do something.
You have magic that can repair things. Like that's close.
Yeah, the thing's 1 foot across.
It's better than nothing at this point. Like if she's breaking, we need to. So there were people making camp when around the star. Where are those people now?
they're like up here. Knowing how methodical dwarves can be, they're probably going to be surveying first before they move and like getting themselves established. You imagine as some form of sight. It doesn't make sense considering the amount of materials you see scattered around here.
Alright. So,
Okay.
is she the star or is she in the star?
Rivet ponders for a moment and says, I think is the star? I think.
Right. Well, let's. So we're down near the star-ish.
Yeah, it's still like probably a few minutes walk to get like right up to it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's still glowing quite brightly. So.
cool. Kriv only knows one thing to do in this situation. He's going to start walking towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rivet quickly scrambles to her feet and starts just dead sprints.
If and when he gets to the star without issue, he's going to do a thing.
As
Or
you all
attempts to.
get within 30 feet of it, anyone who is approaching, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Excellent.
sure. You're all within 10 feet of me, so you get my +3 from my aura.
Oh, wow.
Oh. I saw a 2 and a 13, and I was like, oh, God.
Nope.
So
9.
Rivet's got an 18.
I
was falling
I don't
behind
know
you.
if I expect a 14 to work. I have 6 uses of this. I have Flasher Genius, Starbreaks, Whiz Save.
I have a 9. I don't think. But
Plus 6 is 15. It's better than a 9.
yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if Rivet would be focused on this, considering what happened. Canonically, it's like.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
I
doing
mean,
that
alright,
is
if
just-
you want to fail the save.
Let the dice happen.
Let the chaos roll.
Maxine, can I get a wisdom saving throw, please? And I should just hang it back.
That's a
Should
15.
Blix and should the automata.
Uh,
Still with it by +3. Just being a paladin. Ding! I'm doing my part.
Oh.
It's a 10.
Ooh.
So we have a 9, a 10, a 15, an 18, and a 26.
Okay, so from bottom to top. Let's see this. 10 and the 9. So, Brick.
Yep.
Both you and Blix suddenly stop in your tracks as your vision blacks out, only to be filled with thousands of angry, sickly green eyes just staring you down, and you immediately fall prone as this pain racks your brain. As you just feel your ability to think disappear for a moment. This image is very appropriate for you right now.
Oh,
And probably the music that goes with it as you spend the next 10 minutes stunned.
yeah. You and Blix just staring into space. Cool.
Prone, staring into space at the sky.
You see, all of you, see Phobreck and Blix suddenly stop, fall to their knees, and are just as if unable to close their eyes, just wide-eyed staring at the star. Kira, while not stunned, too start to see the eyes, but more on like the very edges of your vision. Your entire peripheral vision itself is flooded with these eyes. Far different, angry, and as I said, like thickly green, far different from what you have seen interactions with the Tangle.
Gary?
Say scary?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Gary, and I was like,
Oh my
"Who
god.
is Gary?"
Skylar.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not the
Yes.
smartest.
No, no, you nailed it. All of you have been struck by the awesome power of Gary Gygax.
Oh no. Shut the front door.
I don't know. I got a 26. I think I'm fine.
Can you imagine that?
Um,
Suddenly stunned and being like, Harry. This is like as if seeing the reality of it being a whole game made by this guy. This breaks. Anyway.
hmm. Okay, this is weird.
Rivet and Frill.
Oh boy.
You see these eyes too, but not within your own vision, not inflicted upon your mind. But suddenly just on the surface of this star, taking over for that shine, at least in the part that's facing Blade.
Is that the person who's breaking?
And just beyond, you see a hand suddenly push as if this wall of eyes, like they were trying to like break through it.
Okay,
So
so
you
there's
see
a
it- that-
wall of.
You see like the green, but then as the hand hits it, that bright white like just shows the shape of what appears to be a large claw, unable to like push through this malevolence.
It's a person wrapped up in green eye goo, wrapped in a star. Gotcha.
No, it's definitely crystal, but yeah. But it's as if the crystal was the screen for this many eyes were like playing, you know?
Cool. Um,
Las Vegas orb, got it.
Gotcha. Well, I think, Rivet, that the person is in the star and not the star itself at this point.
Yeah, yes. Agreed, I think. Is how close are we at this point?
At this point, you're only like 10 foot away. Yeah, so yeah, at the 30-foot mark is when both Bobreck and Blick got suppressed. There are like, you aren't. I mean, the shock value may have made you stop, not like forced like it is for Bobreck and Blick.
Rivet is going to run straight up to it and place both her hands on it.
And you said it was a claw trying to break through the film of eyes? And so it's not like the claw belonged to
Like you
whatever
hear it,
entity.
yeah, like you hear it like thunk, like up against like really thick glass, just like thunk, like push it.
I guess my brain is currently like either the glass is the person that's breaking because they're trying to contain whatever these eyes are, or the eyes of the malevolent entity covering the person that's breaking that we're trying to help. So I just can't figure out if we're supposed to break this or not.
Or this is like a baby in an egg where the claw didn't grow fully, sort of situation. Like it just can't get out. It's supposed to be able to, but it can't. I interrupted the GM. What were you saying?
No, I think you're all that.
I don't have much else to say.
I just don't know if we need to break the thing or not.
Yeah. Unless something stops Rivet from saying this out loud, when she places both her hands on it, she says, "I'm here. It's me. You called to me. How can I help you?"
You hear this too, Crip. Being this close, as if using all of its strength to vibrate the crystal in a specific way to make a sound. You hear this like, help me, in this like childlike voice, yet ethereal. It's like, it's almost unnerving, but only because of the pain it's.
I don't want to cause you more pain. My instinct is to hit this. I started that out of character sentence in Rivet's voice. My instinct is to hit this with my hammer as hard as I can. But I don't know if that's just going to do worse.
So looking at it this close, can we tell if
I mean, I technically have an idea above game, but Bobreck can't say shit.
Yeah, you're 30 feet back, freaking staring at eyeballs. Okay, looking at this. Does the crystal look cracked? Like the crystal screen thing? Does that look cracked?
No.
Well, the crystal isn't cracked and it's not breaking, so that's probably not the thing that's breaking. Meaning it's probably what's inside. Crib's gonna take out the claw of Zelodio, and he's going to, as a light sort of test to see if this is good or bad, sort of like hit the crystal. Not heavy, like major trying to break it, but just like sort of chip it. See if like this person who's like help me says ow or something.
Okay. We're just giving it a little.
Yeah.
As you give it the little test dink, the eyes in front of you seem to grow more furious and stare at you way harder before.
Cool. Yeah, I think we're breaking it.
What?
Two tentacles suddenly emerge and not. They don't appear physical, as if it's like they've just had to. Like, they hate you right so much in that moment that they managed to just manifest this energy as this tendril like lashing out at you.
Sort of like what was the name of that monk that we met briefly in New Hope that had the astral self stuff?
Freaky.
Yes, sort of like their astral self thing.
Yeah, it's like yeah, like nothing of the crystal actually opens up or anything. It's just that they lock eyes on you and have so much hatred that it physically lashes out at you.
Cool.
First one misses, the second one hits.
Damn. Okay. It's a 22. That's a thing.
25.
Each.
12 points of psychic damage, and you are now like pulled up against the crystal.
12 points of damage, and I'm pulled against the crystal. Well, I think that answers the question, Reuven. Break it!
And you feel like it's like it's a solid bit of crystal, but it feels like it's just trying to pull you through it anyway, even if it has to like spaghettify you to do it, you know?
Oh, that makes me wonder if this crystal is also containing whatever this is. Oh, well, too late. Cool.
Yeah.
Do we go into initiatives, or are we just hitting this thing?
Start hitting this thing.
I'm going to unload.
Start hitting this thing.
Yep, I'm going to hit it.
Oh, you would have to make a. I know that you're still you're restrained.
Oh, I'm restrained?
Yeah, sorry, not correct.
Yeah, cool. Fails.
But yeah. At
Yeah,
any
it's one of those
point
weird
during
things
this,
where it says they're grappled, but until this grapple ends, they're restrained. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully at some point Blix and Tobra can get in on this, but
You're down for 10 minutes, good sir.
Yeah. That's why I said probably not.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to break free first.
all right, give me the athletics triple.
God, I want to say my ideas so bad.
Nope.
Alright. Oh. It's so strange though, because there's physically, like, as far as you can see, there's nothing physically binding you, and yet you're still like this force, still just.
See, I'm thinking of my channel divinity, but I don't know if that's gonna hurt the other thing inside.
Hence where my idea comes into play, but
It's okay, Tex. Unfortunately, yeah, you
incapacitated.
sorry to kind of shut you out the scene, but also it
It's
adds to
fine.
the scene.
Right?
All right.
I'll just mute for a while so I can scream my idea without anybody hearing.
Go with it.
Yeah, Rivet two-hands her hammer and is just going to swing as hard as she can.
Go for it. Roll the hit.
Wow. We're doing great.
Yeah.
We're good on the saves, but
That hits?
Yes, roll damage.
Okay.
but it's a hammer, so blunt bludgeoning stuff.
Actually,
Mm-hmm. 14 bludgeoning plus 3 thunder.
yeah, with the bludgeoning damage, as you hit it, you kind of, the thunder kind of, you just hear it just be like ring through the crystal.
Shatters thunder damage, so as far as I'm concerned, this is helpful.
Yeah. You see the hand like retract away, as if like, oh shit, I better kick the door down. I better move back. Weird how like you.
It doesn't
like,
seem like it's trying to stop her, so she's gonna go again for it.
but yes, you have
Mm-hmm. Huh.
13. You strike it, but you don't seem to hit it with enough force to damage.
All right. Need between a 14 and a 16 to deal it, to hit it.
I got that out of my system.
Fair and valid.
Is Sierra doing anything, or is she still back?
I mean, Sarah's probably a bit back. I don't know how you like, cause you're not stunned, but you're still seeking this hit. So how is Sarah?
I'm just like, I don't know, like this kind of, I don't know if I get to save again or like if I'm just, this just happens until I'm like away or like, I'm gonna first like, I don't know, try twin casting protection from evil and good on Blix and Thobrick.
Okay.
I mean, probably would have been best cast earlier, but whatever. If there's any more saving throws they have to make, then yeah. And then I'll back up, I guess. See if I can like get it out of my sight or something.
All right. So yes. Sorry, what was the bit afterwards? I was just actually reading the details of Treasure Evil Good. See if I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm backing up so I can maybe try to get it out of my sight or something.
Okay.
Get behind the turtle.
Right. Because of that spell, I will allow go back and reroll your wisdom saving throw with advantage.
But no bugs from my aura, unfortunate.
Come on. Dirty 20.
Yeah, it's good.
Blix kind of slumps back and her like clutch her head, just trying to gather herself. Her eyes are no longer forced open. Still a bit discombobulated, because now she has the same effect you do.
Hmm.
And Thobrick, you suddenly snap out of it entirely and come back to yourself, gasping for air. You are released from this invasion of your mind, this unraveling of your very sense of self.
Ugh. Help!
You now see what you can now see what was flooding your mind, but it's further ahead, currently tarnishing the light of the crystal, and you notice Kriv and Rivet fight it.
Okay.
You are prone, and the saving throw was your action.
All right. Half movement to stand up. Ugh.
Being further away from it does make it easier for Syrah. It lessens. Feel better moving away from it. It only gets harder at the thought of trying to get closer to it. Kind of like the fear effect, but more playing on your sanity. Spirits.
Thilbert could call out.
But also,
Kriv!
I know what you thought. Remember,
Yeah.
Thobek's mind has just been unraveling for the past
However,
round.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. It'll take a few rounds for him to piece his thoughts back together, we'll say.
Yeah.
And he'll toddle over as close as he can get with what movement remains.
Okay. Pick hands up. And back to this thing. With you striking the crystal, eyes focus their hatred upon you, Rivet. Yet no eyes seem to divert their attention to Kriv either, as if the number of eyes had just suddenly doubled to apply hatred and malice to you as well. Gonna try to hit you! And Kriv,
Oh boy.
2 lashings each.
Oh, jeez.
Alright.
I'm
24
restrained.
to hit Rivet, since I mentioned you first.
Youch. Rivet dropped her shield in order to hit more powerfully with her hammer. So, yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take 8 psychic damage.
Youch.
And you are now also grappled by something on the you just feel it yank you against the crystal. But now also restrained. Second attack. Well, 24 hits you. For 12 psychic damage.
All right.
And sorry, Kriv. Don't worry. 24 for 12. 15 missed.
Well, I had advantage, but missed the second one.
Mish.
Good
Right.
levels.
Rip.
Yep.
It is your turn. Not quite sure. Besides just your force. You know you can try and resist it, but also, it's your choice whether you want to make another athletic check or if you.
Well, if I swing, I'm at disadvantage because of restraint, but
Or if you have any other ideas, of course.
I have an idea, but since I don't know the nature of the creature inside besides the thing that we're fighting, I don't want to try it. Because I have Abjure the Extra Planner, which is I present my holy symbol, and each aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend within 30 feet of me that can hear me must make a wisdom save. If it fails, it's turned, but then it's just going to take damage from us hitting the thing, so it's kind of useless. I'm going to just try and hit it. Disadvantage, whatever. That's a 14.
14 hit.
Cool. Fuck it. We ball.
Divine Smite.
Yeah, 3rd level Divine Smite into this.
Woo-hoo.
That's an extra 4d8 on top of all of this. So here's the damage off of this. Plus the d6 of fire damage. Plus the 4d8 radiant damage.
Oh.
For a total of 45 points of damage.
And also on your d8s, you rolled 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay. That's a heavy Divine Smite. Does this come with any form of one-liner?
As this thing is holding me and I wasn't able to break free, I'm just like, I pull back my axe and I say, "You do not belong here." And I'm swinging for the crystal, but I'm almost like trying to cut through the tentacle thing that's holding me at the same time.
Okay. Swing right at the eyes, and your axe sinks almost the entire blade into the crystal. And as the radiance bursts from the blade of your axe, with the full force of your oath and Eloh's blessing, as well as, of course, of Elodio's protective paternal nature, at least from what you've been told from before he was what he is now.
Just flashbang all these eyes, man.
There is this hideous, just in your head, just like all of you in your head, this most sickening, unnatural. It's a screech, but with like millions of mouths screeching at the same time, just in your heads.
Ew, I hate it.
Before the crystal just shatters and explodes outwards, raining fragments down everywhere. Through some fine luck, you don't take any shrapnel damage.
Yay!
But you feel yourselves freed. And that maliciousness just suddenly banished from this place. As I rephrased, how do you want to do this?
Yeah. Could have said, think fast, chuckle nuts. Because I did. I basically radiant flashbanged these eyes.
And as the crystals shatter and you fall back from it, as the radiant light dissipates, the light that was blotted out by the eyes bursts forth. But as the panic and fear in the air settles, so does the light of a calmer state. Ah. Thank you for you. Moment. Been close enough between both you and Rivet. The large head of this silvery, glowing, crystalline dragon. And you just feel the briefest nuzzle of thanks to yourself and to as you notice as these words were spoken, there was no mouth. Just their glow flickered within themselves.
Okay. Oh.
And wings spread out wide. And in a flash. Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, as the wings go and I get the sense it's gonna try and leave, can I like bring my hand up to touch it and just play on hands? So,
you lay your hand upon it to offer its healing, and gives it just this briefest moment of pause. But its eyes still look upward, as if waiting for you to move your hand purely for your own safety. The wings flap down.
I remove my hand after putting 25
and it goes
play on hands.
And it goes from sitting where it is, moving so fast it blurs, like the shooting star when you saw it first, start to fall. And before it's even out of sight, moves at the very speed of light itself, twinkling as the star shoots off the sky.
Looking up, then I turn to Rivet and say, so I guess stars are actually dragons.
Rivet is just slack-jawed, kind of staring straight upwards.
As this trail of starlight and like this twinkling like left in its wake, just from how quickly it accelerated, as if it just turned the air. This twinkling wake of starlight.
Just, I guess stars are dragons. Maybe that's why new stars are appearing. They're having kids. Criv is satisfied with this answer.
Everyone's heads are fully clear. By the way, that wasn't. Everyone's no eyes, no malice, no nothing. Got shattered away by that damn really well rolled smite. That was an awesome amount of damage.
Well, yeah. Good damage there.
Well.
I'm just glad that 14 hit. What are the dwarves doing?
Make a perception check.
And 11. Can't win them all.
Can't make out their faces or anything, but you look backlit by fires and lanterns. Fine. Must be 100 dwarves just on the edge of the crater, just all looking up.
Oh. They're not looking at us, at the very least.
And you, from the very silhouette, you can almost see some of them like reach up and like take their hats off.
Cool.
At least you imagine that's the only thing that motion would make sense that you see.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Looking down at this crater, is there anything left at the impact point?
There are still those fragments and the larger pieces that the shattering of this crystal had.
Perhaps see if the crystal's evil or not. You can do that, right?
No. Not right now. Because I don't have detect good and evil. Paladins are not don't get a whole lot of spells they can prep.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel the crystal was probably something of the dragon's design, and the thing was just trapped inside with it.
or most like Tobrick tops his shell. It created the crystal to protect itself from that darkness.
Shrugs. Well, so I'm not sure we found any answers. Maybe just found more questions. But we helped save a life, so I call that a win.
Say it was a good idea to come to this place first.
Yes.
Certainly.
With how I mean, that's just another dragon falling. But
Shut up, Kush. But you see, with the departure of that dragon, they the crystal and definitely the rock it impacted itself. They slowly over the next few hours as probably you have all your camping gear in your packs or on the way?
bags of holding, so but I think Kriv definitely has his tent in his let's see here. I have it listed as on my person. It's funny, we have 2 bags of holding and a handy haversack. We just don't give a fudge about weight.
Okay.
I got a
I also
bedroll
have
in my
mine
backpack.
listed as on me.
Okay, so yeah, so you can make camp here, or you can spend even more hours, like into the night, to get back up to the cart to make camp.
I mean, I'm good with making camp here.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You make camp here, and as you're setting up camp and settling in this, the humming and the song and the chiming, ringing even, softens and slowly gets quieter and quieter, and the glow of the crystal slowly fade. and start to dim. And for some reason seem to go through cooling or something. But enter stone. Not stone, but more a rocky substance than a crystal, like a mineral. There's still those flecks of the glow and the color in it, but it's not appearing real crystal like it was.
I get you. Oof.
Does bring us
Rivet
to our break
really
then.
wanted to mess around with the new material, but that seems to put a quick capstone on that.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
basically saying that it goes from star crystal to star metal, basically. But like in its mineral state.
Oh.
so like raw ore as opposed to processed ingots.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That's it. Rivet suddenly getting some fields.
As if it like just, it just appeared like the crystal, but then as the glow settled and it probably went through quite a lot of cooling, it's just physical.
Cool. So we'll see what
Excellent.
Rivet forges with star metal next time. The dwarves are going to want to share.
Oh boy.
See you in 10 minutes.
Yeah. 10-minute break time. Question. 6 viewers. Wow. Hope everyone's the D and the D. How is this little moment? This little moment. I'll keep an eye out for questions. What? Looking at
Alexa, cancel timer.
10-minute timer canceled.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Anu.
What?
You're gonna need to give Sky the Helldiver roll.
Tex got me Helldivers. I'm so
What?
fucking excited.
Session cancelled.
Session canceled. We're doing Helldivers now.
No.
I figured with what just happened, thematically, hey, boop.
I am so fucking excited.
As it is after session, I gotta go kill one more battle titan from personal order.
I haven't been on that in a while. I've been busy. I've been grinding out the battle pass in Modern War 3 Zombies. The weapon specific tree just dropped.
Why is my... Okay, there we go. For some reason, my freaking... I was just being like... My Discord was picking up, but my stream thing wasn't. That was weird.
Very weird.
But yeah, where everyone's sort of back. I realized I forgot to mute myself. But there it is. Back.
And now I just have that Backstreet Boys song going through my head.
Alright, so. You rest.
Indeed. Hold on.
Instead of spending her time on a particular project, Rivet's gonna spend her 3 hours of time during this rest just collecting material.
Alright.
Stardust Dragon, I choose you.
Yeah, that's the result that kept coming up when I was just trying to find music. Was Stardust Dragon.
Holy shit.
You know what? That animation's pretty fitting. Transform into like a jet at the end, like what? Okay. So. I guess a gathering check is survival?
Works for me. Rivet will guidance herself. Huh?
Dobrik would help.
You're asleep.
Yeah, you take first, not first watch, mid watch.
No, Delbert
Last
does
watch?
first
Which watch do you take? First
First.
watch. Yeah, you're asleep. It's okay. 9 plus fucking 2 plus 6 is 17. I flash of genius this.
The
Oh, she
advantage
pulls out
none of
she
that
pulls
matters.
out a little magnet.
Ooh, dunk. You have now lost a magnet. Alright, but yeah, start gathering, but yeah, the materials still rather difficult to handle because they're still like cooling, as it were.
Ah.
Um, you managed to consolidate the ones in and around where you've set up your camp. Considering how small your group is, that's quite a bit of material.
Like with the on-kick plate, Rivet will also, unless people are awake now? Question mark?
This is your watch you're spending.
Rivet doesn't
Rivet
take a
doesn't
watch.
take
Oh.
much.
Then I guess, yeah, you have to
Because-
set free 3 hours within that long rest to do
Mhm.
something else. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She will also do like she did with the on-keg plates. Just like take a fair-sized piece of the material and just test it, see what it responds well to, how I think it would be. What applications I think would be best is where I was trying to go with that, but my brain just kind of shut down mid-sentence.
Yeah, you have... Okay. Everything's weighed in pounds. And... Uh, 15 in total, was that? Yeah. You've got like roughly 4 pounds of star metal
Okay.
of various sizes.
Or so.
Did you want to make some form of knowledge check on what the fuck is star metal and how do I use it?
Sure. What kind of check do you think would make sense for this?
Right now, just doing it off looking at it and trying to think. I guess history is memory.
Brain.
Yes.
Could also be a tool check with intelligence instead, because it's relying on my ability to use smith's tools, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of thinking.
No, but it's just thinking. It's just thinking.
All right. Guidance again. One intelligence check to another. That's an 11, because I rolled a natural 1, and because I think it's still funny, I'm gonna flash a genius this to make it a total of a 19 on a natural 1.
Up to this point, star metal, the fallen stars, and the materials that they would make clashing with the land were glorious. You can't think of any actual factual thing you've learned about this material. You're remembering plenty
Alright.
of like tales of star metal and fairy tales. It was often a common material in like fantasy novels and stuff like that. You want to think of. But you're well aware that all those things you remember about such a material were, as far as you know, fiction. Have no actual applicable knowledge on it. Hi,
Alright.
Hershey! Because it's still a nat 1. I know you can't nat 1 skill check, but I'm gonna.
It's the worst that Rivet could do. Granted, it's Rivet, but it's still the worst she could do.
Exactly, and that's still so high. So I think it's like,
Yeah.
you have the clarity of mind to know that what you know is not based on like a source of learning, in fact. But you still like remember a lot of stuff.
The worst possible outcome for this, for Rivet, is not knowing anything about this, which is about right given its star metal.
Yeah.
Alright.
And before you can dwell on it much longer, you realize you should be eating.
Yeah. Return to bed.
Griff, still watching now. The sun. Come morning, as you rise, you see a little pile of whatever this substance is that's littering this crater.
Rivet was busy.
You hunt up along for a small group of about 6 dwarves. You can only imagine how early they must have woken up to make this walk. But they come across you. Essentially riding like big mountain goats, kind of like Syrah's figures. But they got it's almost like they have like, you know how like dogs look like their owners. These
Yep.
these are the billiest, goatiest, ruffiest goats you ever seen. Like just their little like chin tuft. These goats have beards, basically.
My audio crapped out for a second there. I fixed.
they they stop and dismount and walk on over. No tools in their hands or anything. Some of them just have their, their thumbs in their belts, walking on over. They look at you. They stop at the edge of the camp, basically. You. And they look up. They look back to you. Yep. What happened?
Oh,
Looks at Kraven who can speak Dwarvish.
yeah, but they're speaking common, so yeah.
Yep. Well,
Yep. They must just stay out of
yeah. As it was, my brain was a bit scrambled when things happened.
But y'all off when stars fall, it's gonna find out the stars are actually dragons. Yes, Crib is going on with that belief.
Well, we were setting up to start mining off it. Still plan to. But okay, I don't know what happened. Crisp or what, but it's every sound I'm making is being blocked. Like even like clicking my tongue really loud. Like this full on like I'm just leaving Crisp off at this point unless you start hearing like typing or anything.
Yeah. Ever since I got a cardioid microphone, I started doing the same, because you can't really hear anything behind it anyway.
Yeah, I got my new one with the interface and all that. But yeah. whatever you've laid claim to, you've laid claim to. Unless you plan on sticking around for the next few years, we would like to take it from here.
Personally, I really only would like to hold on to. She does some quick math in her head. About 200 pounds of this stuff. But there should be.
200 pounds. You making for
I
an
have
army?
metalworking to do.
Wait.
There's several hundred tons here. I doubt it'll be a problem. Look at the size of this thing.
I know. But have you ever worked with star metal before?
Not today, and I'm excited to learn.
That explains a lot. You don't use it as it is. Used to make alloys. A little goes a long way.
Enlighten me. I would love to hear about this if you're willing to share.
We start our minor operations at this point, and we share the knowledge. Fair?
Yes, that sounds fair. I'm sorry. I never intended to lay claim to any or all of it necessarily. I just want the opportunity to work with it.
Of course. You could probably make, depending on how generous you are, equipment weighing tenfold what you've got there.
Ah. Wow.
Hence my reaction.
That does answer it. That does make sense.
We hail from the town to the southwest. Some call it a fortress, but ours it's its home. Stands above ground. It's brings his hands from his belt up to his like suspenders and just like kind of proud, like just like long standing. You'll be welcome there, though the city below is citizens only, unless given special permission. But there's plenty up top for me to cut this.
It is much appreciated.
Thought may I Dragonfall the mad mention. Bring those on our I will have to make right with the ancestors.
I can't possibly blame you. This is about the strangest thing I've ever seen. Well, that's not true, but it was still very strange. I wouldn't have believed it if I had not seen it myself.
Yeah, no, that's me neither. Oh, way he told it, well, large explosion. Only a gleam of light streaks up from the impact. Was a bit longer this time.
Leads back over towards Rivet. I told you, stars are just dragons.
Rivet has no reason to know a damn thing about stars in general.
None of them do.
So she is absolutely also taking this as prima facie truth.
Yep.
Simply because she has no evidence to the contrary.
You didn't run down
I mean,
the
we
case
got-
of
we got
Ron.
two
Plenty of
cases.
evidence of watching a fucking dragon emerge from a rock.
Yeah.
and apparently this guy is saying his grandfather encountered the same thing. That's two cases. It is now fact.
You didn't run down to
It
the
has
case
been
of
written.
Ron into the observatory and be like, stars are dragons! And just be that, like, everyone is gonna look at you, like, just stare at you, like, 10 scholars is looking at you, like you're crazy. And then there's one guy that might be like, I knew it!
I half expect you to say just them staring at you. It's like, yeah, we know that already.
Like, I knew I was right. Shut up, Ron.
Love it.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, yes, the creature inside had a bit of trouble emerging, it would seem. Needed some help.
Yes.
We were already up in our camp that stopped helping Blossom. Would you like to follow me? Maybe so. He looks at the camp for a second. He's like, magic bags?
Nuts.
Seeing all this camp work and no cart or anything, just like,
All camp, no cart.
alright, well, when you're ready. Oh, and yeah. Start surveying the area. There'll be a good few hours, probably closer to sunset when I make my way to camp. Meet me
You
there.
are- You are camped on the outside of the crater, yes?
Right that way. Like points towards where you saw the silhouettes last night.
We do have a cart. We just had to leave it on the outskirts, perhaps.
And she turns to the group.
It would be a good idea to go retrieve it and circumnavigate. Or else I guess I could try to teleport them in, but
But Skylar doesn't know how large the spiky field is. The unnavigatable terrain. Because if it's less than 180 feet, she can, 240 feet wide, she can stand in the middle and teleport Soldat and the cart from one side to the other. But otherwise, they're going to have to go around.
Yeah, you have to go. Is it in your move speed? How many hexes you get to cover in a day? Yeah, 200 feet is not much on this map.
Yeah.
And considering the fact that Thobrick does double that, but he's too far from Soldar right now.
Yeah, like we're a day's walk from the cart by ourselves.
Let me double check. What is the distance necessary? I think 60. Elk. Yeah, up to 10 companions within 60 feet of me is what it affects.
So at the very least, we're moving rather fast to get back to it, but yeah.
We surprise them as us walking are as fast as their horses.
Rivet looks to the group for input on whether they believe they should hang around or go get the cart and circumnavigate.
Well, I imagine we should want the cart if we plan to continue south from here. Unfortunately, Soldar cannot hook himself up to the cart. Or I just ask him to take it around himself.
Plus, if you split up, then like the car would move slower, or the people who are still walking would move slower.
Mm-hmm. You have to go back for the cart anyway, because closest way up this cliff is here. Otherwise, down there. If we want to hit deep root, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit.
Okay, this is scale, also partially for style. Not like fully fast. The spikes, as I mentioned, like it's this kind of deal.
Damn.
The only way I could it was like referring back to Final Fantasy.
It touches a place in my heart.
But anyway, so you're heading back to the cart to zoom around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. You go back to your cart, and then you go... zoom, basically around to this side where their camp is.
Just rolling up. Tokyo Drift style.
We beat them there. They're like, what the fuck?
As you pull up, you the other dwarves see you. They have this same sort of quiet reverence from what happened, and seeing you, just they don't really say much. They'll just sort of like nod or just raise a hand, like not full on waving, but just raising the hand to the wave position again, or toasting their mugs at you. Just everyone's still kind of stunned by it. Or it's like a good ground almost for that happen. They're treating it and you for being there at the time with a great deal of respect. Very little words exchanged. They would break bread with you, quite literally. Offer some of the stew, drinks, etc. Occasionally, start of this singing, very dwarven singing, very deep, like like oh yeah, that's it. I missed the first fucking word. As in, like there would be the over the misty and but it's like stopped now and again, like some of the more like what are they calling it? Like the warrior poet, like. But still, you hear some of them trying to work together. Try and form this song about what everyone's feeling, what everyone's witnessed. A lot of it just ends up remaining as just humming a lot of the time. More able to get the intention and the feeling out than putting it. But of course, live a long time. For sure, in time there will be a proper song about it. Oh god, song that kind of reminds me. Oh, yeah. Always reminds me of this. Humming. That seems pretty fitting. Maybe not the clapping, but definitely the sort of probably more drumming on something than clapping. And eventually you find that one fellow that agreed to teach you things. And he singles you out, Rivet, while everyone else is sort of left to this quieting evening as, like, you see them Like the surveying's been done. They're not like gathered anything yet. You've got what you've got. He's picked up a hefty sample, as it were. The other people in his team that came to meet you are discussing about, making order of operations plans, where to possibly lay some rails, etc. Stuff like that. He takes her over to the essentially, basically smelting wagons that have been set down. Like they're like the wheels had been removed, like as if that was like part of the design for it to you get it there, you set it down, and like the wheels come off with it, and just place it there as like a heavy permanent fixture.
Rivet is looking around in awe. She very much appreciates the infrastructure.
This is full mountain industrial dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So I'm about to invite Etten. We'd appreciate it.
Rivet tucks away her notebook and pen.
As you wish.
Starman. It matters not what use it with. Combat. One part. Starman. Nine. Your intent. Alloy. Steel, of course, is one of the few materials we found allow for this triple alloy, yes you would. At least fit so well. Trust in the process. Not we're trying to figure out why Starman. Pointless. Sunshine. Why the earth? Phased us. Works it does. Wielding something. That to bolster the strength of those galleons to somehow have an edge sharper than otherwise. Same hand, feel, farmer, same grain, same. When you enchant something, it's just unexplainably better. Laid upon Starman. Now, to the process itself. And that's going to take up your whole evening, including what you would do during your arrest. Like,
Understood.
thankfully,
Funky stuff.
because dwarves are used to, like, living while also working, what basically brought good fist-sized, like, rolls that will be, like, the bread is dense enough and fillings are hearty enough that it's like you eat that and that you're good for dinner. Like,
Hell yeah.
like you basically get like a really big roll that's like practically used as a stew pot, and you basically it doesn't get soggy at any point in the route, and you can just break a bit off and scoop some out and basically just work through until you have at the entire thing. And yeah, well, that's that. If your friends don't mind you possibly having to sleep on the cart during the daylight, who could think? Come on, I am gonna get the number of that right.
This is fine by me, though I am hesitant. As I don't want to delay us any more than is necessary. She is like more talking to the group than to him.
Well, I think everyone's kind of like probably everyone except you is together as he goes to the counter and
If I may confer with them for just a bit.
me.
Thank you. And she regroups.
You find where the rest of the group have found a spot to set up their tents. I believe it's just to the point where between like first and second watch, because of course that 3 hours time slot was first watch, as that's how far into Sierra and Ulbrich awake as they're transitioning. It's only then that you realize that Lix has basically been shadowing you this whole time and has been watching as well.
Accurate. So, the dwarves have taught me much, but I am still, there is still more for me to learn. I do not want to hold us up any more than is necessary.
Fine with staying a while longer. We don't have much else going on, anyways.
Agreed. And I'm slightly interested in smiths and techniques myself. So now that I think about it, Griff is asleep, isn't he?
Yeah. What? But it's not okay. So is it honestly above table? Like he's saying that he'd like to, teach you what he can in the one night, giving you a point of exhaustion. Unless of course you then get on the back of the car and pass out while the rest of the party's traveling.
That's... Yeah.
Or you just try and stay awake until the next time you make it.
Rivet just, wanted to make sure the party was okay with her, like, continuing to be away, because she also hasn't been there at all.
You are learning
Uh,
skills.
True. But yeah, with the group's approval, she would return to continue.
Alrighty. As he comes back, it's like, right, not a minute to waste. I am teaching you what I can in a night, but of course, an apprentice would take many years to hone his craft before he'd even start on learning star method. Most of the time theoretic. Such time as that little piece would be taken from the stores. It's fresh, all of it. Well, as I said, teach you what I can in this one night. Then you'll have to spend your own year.
Understood. But much appreciated.
Make me a smithing check.
I had a D4 for this from a racial trait and another from guidance. I rolled 2 14s for a total of 28. Also, because I also have expertise. D4 from racial. D4 for... there we go. +5. It's Rivet. Yeah, Flash of Genius this too.
So 39.
Yeah.
Damn, you're one away.
It's like, damn, sorry, Rivet. DC was 40.
Yeah. Okay. It becomes very apparent to this guy that he can skip some of the more basics of smelting steps, and he seems quite surprised at that. You know, a bit of dwarven pride is like, wait, hold on, whoa, really? I mean, like, like whoa, yeah,
There's an occasional point where Rivet's like,
you actually know
actually, if
what
you
you're
do
doing.
this, it's a little more. It might be slightly more efficient process if you change this small thing.
And then you're like, no, someone tried that, and this happened. Like, uh, but yeah, you learn the process.
Hell yeah.
There's still gonna be the usual like exotic material time addition to making anything with it, but not nearly as bad having rolled that high.
Hell yeah.
You think you understand the smelting process, and then when he says about smithing, he's like, when you're actually working the material in. Being such a strong material, yeah. You're gonna need a smithing hammer that's at least as strong as adamant.
Oof.
Or just a lot of hammers. But the investment in an adamantine hammer, you're fine.
GM, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't most as I'm saying this, it occurs to me that this is that actually no, I'm probably wrong. So never mind.
No, continue.
I was gonna ask if aren't most magical items extraordinarily resilient, or if not indestructible. But then I remembered, oh wait, there are usually literally ways you can specifically destroy magical items. So, duh.
Yeah,
Considering we destroyed that one thing.
and also considering that Star Metal is very good for enchantment, hitting it with magic probably not a good idea.
Rivet was referring, or rather, I was referring to Rivet's all-purpose tool, but also, nonetheless, still probably an what's the insufficient? That's the word.
Possibly. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, this is what you were told. Rivet can take it or leave it, basically. Make her own assumptions. Whether those work or not.
All right. Cool.
You know that
Hell yeah.
adamantine is one of the hardest known materials. That is literally critical proof.
During the discussion with this dwarf about the metals that it is alloyed into, Rivet would specifically ask after dark iron, the stuff that her shield is made of.
Okay. Well. No. Dark iron suppresses armor. Start to fathom the consequence.
Rivet files that in the rainy day section of her brain. Because, like, now she's totally gonna try it. But it's not what she's gonna do first.
Especially as Cell Carver is exactly that.
Mhm.
But it's not in the base materials of it. It's inlays and scrolls housing. Was I just make an utterly mundane metal?
That would be really fucking funny. It just cancels out and makes aluminum.
Enhancement the cancellation. We're gonna have the mighty Dark Star man. It accepts enchantments just as well as any of them. But
But it looks awesome.
It's like having a suit of armor made out of pure gold. Like, that's just it's completely unusable, but it's a huge flex.
Okay. Okay, so. Sorry. Okay, so. Hello, First Bite. I'm doing well, thank you. So, sunrise. By the time you would get back to the others, everyone's probably already like awake, having breakfast, which would be provided by the door.
Oh yeah.
You see, like from this one part of the camp, dwarves come out with like these smaller like cauldrons. Basically, go to each part of the camp has its own little fire, and they just go around and they just sing a pot on each fire for that area of the camp to like feed from when they time. They come up to you and looks at your fire and then reaches back out of this like long pocket, like just pulls out and then just assembles a yeah, I guess it is a cooking spit, and then hooks the cauldron on it over your fire. Does so with such like everyday. This is what happens sort of thing. It was like him pulling out like a butterfly knife. It's like click, click, clack, clack, done. Like they are in the good morning. Carries on. Like it's being there in that moment of this happening is, as far as the doors are concerned, just like united you, basically. You also that? Yep. You're one of the ones that saw that. Same as us. You're one of us right now. Like, even though they're going about their operations like it would be any other mining op, there's still this surreal air to it. Like, a lot of them, again, having to, not quite sure how to express what they're feeling. They go into the humming such as they go about their day, and it's infectious through the camp. But you have your food, had your lessons, and you're free to continue traveling when you wish to.
Rivet returns to the camp, and without a word, lays face down in the cart.
Just hands on head, trying to like just pushing, just like trying to keep all of that knowledge in there. Just like stay. Because that was a heck of a crash course, and like, you rolled really high. But that doesn't like, yes, the knowledge is in there. That doesn't stop you from being like, okay, that was a lot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's in there. I'm just gonna need it. Like, Sarah. Oh yeah, Sarah. About the next. During this time, like, staring up on your watch during the night, and this air about you, peace, kind of beauty of it all. They don't manifest because you haven't summoned them. You get the voice. Before I continue, just check in, because you've not unmuted. Hey, Maxie? Maxine?
Oh no.
Maxine! Either they stepped away or they're taking a nap.
We lost Maxine to Sleepy Town.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to, have everybody have something to do because right now it's I mean, it happens quite often. There's a lot of river, but still, I just thought of something nice that but Maxine.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not super awake. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay, fair enough. Okay, I was just saying that during your watch, under this night of the camp, kind of having this unity and like respect and reverence, like what happened with the Star Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see them because, of course, you haven't summoned them, but you sort of hear the voice of the owl.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, I am glad I was.
Oh. What do you mean?
The night sky finds ever the deeds of you. Dragon.
Well, it's really nothing.
A lady.
Hmm. I see.
I. Hi. Almost. And it's as if it's following unseen eyes. Feel yourself looking up at the night sky more intently. You sort of know that Caspiel's doing.
Stretch. As long as well, it's pretty sky.
Go from my house.
No, the turtle's the first one, right?
Wait, hold on. Ah,
Yeah, it's Thobrik, me, Kriv. Yeah.
or earlier. Ah,
No.
okay, no, okay. Well, okay, then instead he goes. Morning's not. But then And you kind of just feel
Yeah.
their presence kind of wander off.
I would like the rest to meet you someday, but we'll see when that time comes. I'll
You
go over and
feel acknowledgement, but they continue going anyway. Like, yeah. Now, flashback finished.
Right.
Because because I kind of went back for that because I just had a nice idea for a moment.
Right.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, it's morning. Rivet passes out on the cart, and you are free to travel as you will.
So we can either go this way, in which case, if we do, we're kind of stuck on the ridge until we reach further down that way, or we can go back up and around and hit the desert again. Because I think our goal was to head towards the Sphinx's place, in which case going back to the desert so we can more easily get to Deeproot and to the Sphinx might be better.
Well, from what I remember, hitting the Sphinx means, hey, we're ready for the boss.
We're heading to the Piers of Rourn to help them with the stars.
Right, then okay.
And
then,
also to return their focusing crystal.
and yeah, because the thief gave that back to Kriv by booping him on the snoot, but it in a beer mug. Okay, and then in that case,
Because I
if
do
we're
know
going
swing by Piers of Rourn so you can see your family.
there in Deeproot,
Swinging by Deeproot in order to... Yes.
yeah, to here, to there, and then maybe to like this, and like along the mountain range to the Piers of Rourn, something like this.
Yeah, that could work. Or you hold that mission.
Yeah, I got it.
Keep.
That's about. So I'm at 80 with the yellow path and 90 with the red path. So if we go up back through the desert and swing by Deeproot, it's about another 10 feet. Or day or two of travel. There's one hex is about 2 feet, it looks like.
Ish.
Yeah, and we travel what, 4 hexes? Or 2?
4.
Yeah, so it's roughly another day if we try to swing back through Deeproot. But if we go south and cross the rock, plus the desert's difficult terrain, so we travel slower anyways. So if we go through
Oh yeah, because depending on the number. And
Yeah,
also it's
so if
partially
we
depending on weather.
so if we go through the canyon along the cliff, it's rockier, stabler ground, and it's a shorter distance overall. So yeah. Plus, we can possibly check out what these things are.
And possibly re-meet those stone golems.
We never met them in the first place.
And given the directions you were given, that's probably the dwarven town there.
Well, onwards. Rivet has no say because Rivet is asleep.
Yep. If anybody wakes her at any point, she'll just slap you with a guidance and then fall right back asleep.
Strix kind of sits there, like just stroking your hair, just being like, "Really, mom."
Licks, I watch you while you sleep.
But not in a creepy way.
In a scientific way.
Which in and of itself is creepy.
Do you wanna call it here and you think about it? Like,
I'd be
Rivet,
fine with that.
whether you
Yeah,
do wanna
honestly, I think
go to
we'd be
deep
going
or-
south. Like, I vote we go along this because it's stabler and
Yeah.
helps speed us up a little bit.
Yeah, because the sand was difficult terrain, I think, due to the rain.
Yeah, but given our weather rolls,
Speaking of,
For the
someone roll
time.
me a D100.
It's my turn. Let's go. 65.
Stay alive. So close to getting the nice number.
Only 4 away.
Clear skies.
Might not last before we hit the desert sand. And the fact that these pythons might break before we completely traverse the desert. So, the shortest time across the sands might be ideal. Yeah.
Yes. Travel intent and rest is not ideal in the sense. Sticking to the stone cliffs might be better.
All right. Well. Nice. I do hope everyone.
I did.
Yeah.
Just flashbangs, eye monster. I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
We have combined
Yeah.
Rivet's two most favorite things in the world now:
Hmm?
dragons and metalworking.
Yeah.
Metal dragon.
She gets to metalwork the eggshell of a dragon. Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Griv is having fun with the looking up at the sky and being like, looking at the stars and just thinking, you are all dragons.
There be dragons.
Yeah.
He's
Why do
enjoying it.
gods fear the
Moon's
outer
haunted.
skies? Dragons.
Fuck ass ton of dragons out there.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for coming, and as always, please be good to yourself,
Woohoo!
excellent to each other, and critically hate your enemies. Till next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.